Good morning. We're starting on another clearing job. This is a several time over repeat customer. Thomas is getting new chain on the saw. He's going to go up to the house and all those bushes there, cut those down. We got the stump grinder parked over there. He's going to grind those. Same thing on the front. They got a bunch of big haulies and stuff. They're just doing a bunch of remodeling, re-landscaping, planting, all that stuff. But we cleared all of where I'm standing. This is an acre over to there, down into there, all the way back to here. And we cleared without grading or cleaning up because their septic tanks are right there, and they are putting a big in-ground pool here, and then eventually I think they're going to put an extension on the back of the house. And what they were hoping was we were going to clear this. Soil scientists would go out there, test it, find somewhere in there to put the leach field. The new tank is going right about here. There's some blue flags there. And unfortunately, the only place, they said they tested everywhere, the only place that they could find to put it is down in these woods. So the customer is not exactly happy about having to clear this. This is once you see it open up, that's their property line. Beyond that is a big piece of land that's just been cut over. They're not doing anything with it, not developing or anything, but they wanted these trees left here kind of like as a border, I guess. So you can see the orange flags go into there. All these trees are getting cleared out all the way down there, some trees down there. So we're going to get started on that so the septic guy can come in and do his thing. And then I believe we're looking at doing some more work in the front. We did some forestry mulching, thinning up there, and now I think they are going to be doing some clearing up there. But yeah, the plan was clear all of this. We cleared it, burn everything. We didn't do any grading or smoothing out because they thought that the septic would have been down in here somewhere, so this would all some of it would have gotten dug up, so there wasn't any point in grading it, Harley raking it, putting grass, getting that growing, just so, you know, the septic guys can come in here and run a trench and put all that stuff there. So yeah, we're gonna clean that up now, burn everything, get it graded out and smooth. The septic guys will dig that stuff up. I think what they do with those is pump them out. They crush them in, and then they will take the fill dirt they get from digging out the holes over there and backfill it and fill in the old septic tanks. The new ones are going there. The old ones there was a pump on it and it runs up that way. This one will be there, and then it will run down here into these woods I'm about to clear. So got the machine all fueled up and greased up and warmed up. I'm gonna get rolling. You can see the orange lines down into there. There's a big pine tree we're stopping at, and then there's a few he's marked down there he wants to push down further, so get at it. I kinda almost forgot how much of a pain in the butt the dirt is here. We did this clearing job back in let's see, I think it might have been December of last year. And the ground here is just so hard packed. It's like concrete. And almost every single one of these trees in here in that acre, I had to dig around the base in order to get them to come out, because you can see I started on this one. The ground's so hard packed, the tree's cracked right there where the bucket's touching. Normally you can just kind of push these trees over, but this silty soil is like concrete, so it doesn't break up. They don't go over very easy without breaking the stump off. This sandy silt soil. There's some clay in some areas, but most of it is this real silty. think the bar tip is split because it's binding like crazy and getting hot. Just put a new chain on it unless the chain is wrong, but it shouldn't be. Deadwood, it's dangerous stuff. These trees die standing up, and you gotta know what to look for on the trunk. They can be super brittle. You bump it with the excavator and the whole top fall back on the machine. Look at this mess. Just kidding, it's not that bad. I don't really like to get them crisscrossed like this because it's better if they're laying in rows, but it'll be all right. We can get this one and I can go in, and as Thomas is cutting them, I'll be able to grab them with the excavator and pull them out and take them over there and stack them. I got that one drug out there. There's another one down there, and then there's 3 right there. But some decent sized logs. We were gonna go grab lunch and a tape measure. We forgot the tape measure. Actually, it broke, the logger tape that we used. And then we'll be back to cut these into length. All right, we are back from lunch. Thomas wearing flannel, a beanie, pants, and chaps because he's pretty sure he's special needs or something. I don't know. I'm wearing a t-shirt and pants, and I'm over here sweating. I don't know why he wears that stuff. Justin likes them. One day I think he'll get a grapple truck or a log truck or a bigger dump trailer or something. We can cut 16/6s, but as of now, he said cut them 12/6, so. Measure off a area in the front where they want to do a driveway extension, and actually where we forestry mulched. I'll probably take the camera over there at the end of the day and show you the scope of what is to come. But we actually forestry mulched in front of the house, thinned out all the woods, and now they've changed their mind and they're like, let us know what it costs to just clear every tree except for one big white oak. I'm like, okay, shall do. Push these trees over, the stump kind of falls into the stump hole, so the bottom of the log is kind of surrounded by dirt. So I try to get them up out of the there, so there's not some dirt hanging out on this one. Yep, much cleaner. And now Thomas can come through it. Cut away. We had to get a regular old tape measure to measure this because our logger tape that works much better than a regular tape measure, the actual tape part just broke. Thomas is over there cutting up the last couple logs. Start transporting this brush pile to its final destination. Well, that's a wrap for the day. Got a little log pile going. Still have some big wood in there to be cut up. Not a ton of trees. The bulk of the big ones are gone. Went ahead and started a burn pile over there. Got my stumps laying there next to it. Thomas is done doing the stump grinding around the house. It is very dusty out here. We need some rain so I can burn and so there's not as much dust. Sure makes it easy to comb through all this dirt though whenever it's like this. Not a crazy amount left. Just got to go in the middle. Got to pretty much go all the way to where the field opens up back there, and then push a little bit on this side. This side's done up here, but yep, we'll be back out here in a couple days and keep it going.